Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, let's get this party rolling. Okay, let me pull up some more. Gotta get a couple more tabs, just in case. Excuse me. I get a drink of water. That's good. Sorry if I drank it here, didn't mean to. Okay, puzzle analysis board, and then one game. Let's do this thing, guys. Okay. Come on, baby. Come on. Is there anybody out there playing? Is my ping okay? My server looks good. My ping's good. Let's get one more shot. There we go. We'll do one and see how we do. Because I've been practicing, so let's see how we do here. Okay, he's going to try to go for the King's Indian. So let's counter that King's Indian. Okay. He's going to try to take there, yeah. Okay, so now that I'm going to place my bishop here so I get control over that diagonal or file there. Or I might do the queen. I'm thinking queen potentially is best. Yeah, then I'm going to sack here and I'll see if I can't pry open. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we need? What do we need? Hey, how you doing? If he takes there, I'm gonna take there. Okay. Nice. Boy, he's totally overextending. You gotta love it when they do that. Then I just plop right back in there. I have a push. Yeah, I like this move here. I like this push. I'm gonna plant there. I don't care if he takes that pawn. I don't care if he pushes either. He might try there. Ooh, interesting. Thinking about playing in there. And should be interesting. If he takes. I might have a protected pawn here. If he takes here, and I take there. He takes there, I take with the pawn. What do I want to play here now? Okay. Because he played there, so he's trying to attack this pawn and that pawn. If I castle, I lose a pawn, but I also can attack the queen. Yeah, I'm just gonna play an old castle. I'm not gonna, go psycho. It's too powerful. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Fox, on that. That it's just too darn tootin' powerful. I need to get my king safe, and you know what? That's just the best thing. If he wants to trade, I'll trade, and I'll bring a rook over, and we'll be fine to go. We'll be operation go. Okay, there we go. I don't think that was the wisest of moves on his part. His king's like totally bare to the bone, and you do that. That is not the wisest of ideas. You take there, then I come up and grab that. So I don't think that was very wise for sure. Yeah. This is basically a crush. Boom, baby. Falls. There goes another. There goes the bishop. Boom. Yeah, I don't want to really push the e pawn till I truly have to. So, okay, that was a fun one to go over. But now we need to actually hunker down and start doing some studies. Or if you guys have any games, we could do that too. I might do Simon Williams's. His is a little shorter. Let's see by how much. Yeah, it's a little shorter. if you guys have any games you'd like to go over. Yeah, that was a pretty fun game. You know what? It's all because we used the mind the Lord's given us. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you want to see what happens? Can we see if after E5? One sec, let me take a looky. I want to make sure that. Oh, come on, don't lag on me now. Okay, can we see if after E5, knight E3, E4, F knight E5. Okay, let's go to analysis board. Okay, let's start back here. Let's see. So knight. Oh, gotcha. So you're thinking knight E5 after that. Okay. Wait, where in knight E5 are we? Are you talking? Which move and the position? No, further down. Okay. Tell me when. Am I getting closer? Is it here? We're on knight h5, knight d2. Excuse me. In the game you played knight e5, but I wanted to see what would happen if knight. Okay. Oh, you want to see here? Is this the spot here? Right here? Knight h4. Move 13. Okay. Takes. He plays e5. Okay, you wanted to see what happens if he. Okay, knight f3. Okay, e4. Gotcha. Oh, you wanted to see what happens if. You want to see what happens if knight h4. Okay. Gotcha. That's actually because it's the reason this move's best is it centralizes the knight. But I believe, let's see, what does this one do? It allows the push and then a potential fork. It's knight d4. It likes knight d4. Because the whole idea based Fox on knight d4 is that, excuse me, it stops this push. Yeah, this push here. Because when you play knight d4, he can't push anymore. And, yeah. But if we played here, he gets this one tempo that I was looking at right here, and that causes I have to take, otherwise I get forked, and so he could take with the queen, and I think I'd still be okay. But I was thinking, and then if he takes here, I can always take back, and now I'm pressuring his center, so that's good. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, the one he played against Magnus? Yeah, this one was the one he played against Magnus. I was going to bring it up. Yeah, Wesley is white. It was his, I looked at, I read on chess.com, and it was the first game that Wesley ever beat Magnus in a classic game. So this was Wesley's first victory. So congrats to Wesley. Congrats. Okay, we'll turn off the engine. C6, C taste C taste 5 there. Okay, this was the Slav exchange variation, and so far so good. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? Very interesting. Um, Wesley wants to play knight to c5. Well, I don't know if he's going to be able to get that actually in right away. Let me see here. Let me see. What can let's see, h3. That stops. That's kind of like a waiting move. Stops this. And then potentially he could expand on the king side, like if Magnus castle, which is what he does. You do potentially g4 at the right moment, but I don't think at this moment it's the right move. So Wesley plays, in my opinion, the kind of the best move, which is a3. That prepares b4. b4 is huge in the Slav defense. It dominates. It kind of cramps Magnus's queenside structure, and a lot of Magnus's pieces are behind the his pawns. So I think it's yeah, I think that's the whole idea. Is Wesley wants to get his knight here, but he has to have enough defenders to do it. So the knight, wow, Magnus goes. You gotta love this. It's like they're looking at each other, going like, "If you could do it, I could do it too." And it's funny. It's like, Wesley's like, "Okay, if you could do it, I can do it." So it's like this. Okay, so we want to play you want to play the forking move? Sounds good to me. And then if he retreats back here, you could takes, and then takes. But I don't know, that hangs that pawn, so I'd probably say taking right here. And then if the bishop takes, then you got a fork. So I think that's why Magnus didn't take the knight, because it would end up in a tactical fork. That's why he played knight c4, which then allows b4 to be played. And Wesley has a really comfortable position, in my opinion. This is really strong, and I don't know. He can't really even play b6 to take it out, because then that gets taken, and then if that's taken, you do potentially have, you'd have to play b4 or b5. Kind of cramped position, and then maybe later on you can reroute. Very tense position. Yeah. Then bishop e4, F3 is played, and then G6. And queen to B3 is a really strong move. Yeah, I agree. See, back here, if that's play takes, and then this right here. Yeah, that is an interesting. That's a yeah. That does do a lot. The queen would have to move at that point. It's an interesting move for sure. And now Wesley gets to win a pawn. This is an interesting. He can't. Magnus can't even play that because of there. It's like, really? You gotta be kidding me. This is like a solid brick wall. Yeah, it is. It's solid. So you're saying A4 here? Oh, at the end of our line. Okay, hold on. Let me take a lookie. Let's take a lookie. Oh, I gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah, there. Yeah, and then queen. Right. Well, I think we win a pawn. I'm not sure. I'm kind of liking more of the queen. I think queen B, I'm going to promote this one to, I like that line better. And then if he plays here, I kind of like that, yeah. I like this here, I really do. But I think that the problem is, nope, the fork, yeah, it guards D3. Otherwise there'd be a fork of the rook and two rooks, so yeah, this is intense for sure. Two. Wow. That's a lot of damage there. I do like this move here. And if he plays there, B7, pawn takes C. Oh, okay. Because then, I gotcha. And I believe white is actually crushing here, in my opinion. Because I don't really think that... Well, maybe something like that potentially could be an attacking idea. And if the queen tries to come back, then you can actually just play there. And you're just gonna gobble everything up, and he plays there. You just retreat your bishop back. Why force it? You have that. Don't force it. If he plays here, actually he can't play there, my bad. So I have to get rid of that. Yay. What to play? Yeah, this is lost for black. This is a lost game for black. I don't think there's any hope in this line. If he takes here, he could take there. If he takes here, takes there. He potentially could try trading off. And he takes. I think Wesley would still be up a whole pawn in this line. And if he plays there, then you just drop your knight in. So, oh wait, my bad. That was a bad move. He can't do that because that would be mate. Missed the back rank. Snapola. I had a line. What was that line that I worked out? Some reason I had like a line. Let me see. Oh, I got it here. Okay. What was that? Is this it? Hold on. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's it right there. Gotcha. So he can't even take this. So West would be about, let's say, 5 versus 6 versus. He'd be 2 pawns up. Yeah. G4. Huh. So G4 right here. Oh, G4, yeah. Well, it traps the bishop. It's 2 moves away from the bishop trap. Yeah, it's 2 moves away from losing the bishop. So if something like that, F4 was played, this is actually superior to everything. If that's played, let's see what happens. I think it's about the same. Oh wow, Magnus's position's getting pried open. Let's see, C2, okay. snap. Okay. Wow, that's a crunch crunch. B6. Oh, A4, not a very good move here. Excuse me. Sorry, I was a little thirsty there. So A4 was a mistake, then he takes there. I don't think there's any way to stop the queen and the pawn. Well, maybe you could play back here, but I think that... Oh. That makes sense. That makes practical sense. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. I gotta say, I was gonna do that game. That's just such a perfect game. Oh, you have a Bonvanic game? Okay, we'll go over that. Let's give that a shot. Wow. 96 moves. That was a big move sequence for sure. Let's do 4, d6. Sometimes the best defense is no, sometimes, yeah, I guess sometimes the best defense is a great offense. That's what the Romans did to the Carthaginians. They went, when they were getting invaded by Carthage, by Hannibal, they went and actually invaded Carthage itself. And they ended up winning. An Iron Robot, you gotta love it. Sometimes you have to, some of the greatest battles were actually won retreating. So, before. That's what Rome was known for. They would send out 10% and basically they'd wear out your army. The Roman Empire in the medieval times. And that's basically what they do, is slowly wear you down. So, and then they would retreat slowly. They just do that for a multitude of days, and eventually your troops would get worn out. So c6, h3. Okay, e5. Bishop e3. Let's see, what's the idea behind that? So if takes here, if he takes there, then you got that. Okay. You're pinning the bishop, and then if he moves, let's say something like this, you snap that off. Now he doesn't have a position. That makes sense. Now d5. I'd play c5 if I was him. Yep, he did. a3. Okay, so he wants to see if he can't implant a knight, or potentially, I think more of his idea is f5 with prying open the center. That's my idea. Whoa, yeah, she did that. Yeah, you don't really want to do that because of that. So, so g3, knight h5. So he's getting ready for this actual push. 4 b6. Wow, everybody's solidifying everything. They both have the same first name. That's cool. McCall. Boy, they're getting everything rerouted for the right time to push. I love it. The only difference is one went into the history books and the other faded away. Yep. For sure, for sure. Bishop f3. That's why it should tell you guys we need to study. So that, guess what? We could be in the history books. We could be the winner. Let's see here. Was knight played to g1 because Hmm. That is an interesting question. I think the reason it did that was potentially he could reroute his knight maybe to e2. Knight e2 is an interesting. Our knight g1 to e2. It's pretty interesting. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, say plays a4. Okay, then knight here. Let's see. Yeah, that wasn't the best of moves. Yeah, he really didn't have to worry about that. I think kind of that's the eighth. So eighth doesn't work because of that. Let's see here. And I don't really. I think this still loses a piece because there. Yeah. Yep. The defense is gone. And now potentially this freed up the F pawn to move. So, and remember, this rook is on the same file as this queen. So if there's any way to open this up and open it up, this rook would be attacking the queen. So, ooh, now he controls the open file. You gotta love that. Okay, rook slides up. Now he's gonna want to double. That is true. I was waiting for this move here, eventually for that move to come into its paramount position. Potentially something like that. Yeah. There's a lot of pressure being put on black at this moment. Just bring the pieces in, and if that takes, that actually allows potentially for there, yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Very odd, but cool exchange for sure. Yeah, I can't allow the knight to come in here. Nice. Now you don't want to trade off because that's a weakness to this bishop, so you can't trade off at this moment. But now if black trades off, there you go. So you have something like that now. So it's okay to trade off at that moment. And now if this gets traded, you can actually take here with the protection of something like that. And if that, you do kind of have to be careful though. I guess you could take there, and then if that's played, yeah, you gotta be careful, so you can't do that. You have to actually come over here and stop this, so you can't do that. And then, oops, c6 has to be ditched, and there. And there's nothing you can stop now. Okay. Can't believe black allowed that to come down the pike. White wanted a pawn. Oh, nice. Got a Lucinda position going on. Because if you would check here, I guess you could do that. Maybe I missed that right away. I think you could just play there. And then he'd have to take here. And you do a standard checkmate. Oh, we did the Lucinda! Woohoo! Yay! You gotta love it. So then if that happens, you block there. And then you move the king up. And there's nothing that can stop it now. It's all over. So he has to sack here. If he tries there, you just come down. If he tries, let's say up here, you just come there. If he tries here, you come in. If he tries here, just come in. If he tries here, come in, and then you basically just come in and you mate. Yes, it is. Do you have any questions on here? Okay. Then we'll do Simon Williams game, and then let me see how many moves is that. I might save these two for next time, and we'll just do some puzzles. And we'll just we did our 2 games. We'll do some puzzles now because I really don't have enough time to do the others, but I might. Well, let me see. You know what we could do really quick? Let's do some opening repertoire. That we can do that, and then what we'll do is we'll go in and do some puzzles then, and we can do those two. I'll remember to do those 2 games tomorrow. The one that Simon Williams versus Peter, and Tatev versus Haka. I'm not sure. It's Heike. I'll have to remember to do that one, so I'll have to write that down. Just give me 1 second. And then Peter. Okay, I wrote down the games that I have to pull up tomorrow, but we'll do some opening repertoire. Okay, let's see here. Let's check out the burn variation. So we have to turn the board because this is the French defense, and we need to go over a little bit of that, get us some understanding on what to do with it. This is the Burns variation line, and it goes like this. After that, knight takes, bishop e, bishop takes, bishop takes. It has knight f3, castle kingside, queen d2, b6, because we're going to try fianchetto. Knight takes check, queen takes, of course, bishop e3, or d3, sorry. Knight g4, wait a second, hold on. And then g5, h6, h7, queen takes pawn, knight takes rook, and king takes h. And I believe white might be slightly ahead, so if castles here. You never know. You never know if he would. That's one thing I have to remember is they've probably played all different types of openings. Okay, instead of castles, we're going to go and we're going to take a look at this line here. It's O. Okay, so let's see. Actually, hold on. Did he castled? Hold on. Let me take a looky. Let me take a look. Okay, yeah, it's our turn. That's right. That's funny. Okay, so O. Bishop d2 or d7. Queen d2. Bishop c6. Knight takes, queen takes, knight e5 to attack the bishop. Castles, castle queenside for white. Now it's an all-out blitz. Knight takes, b takes, h4, which is with an exclam. It is kind of crazy of an opening. You just have to, you know what, we're just going to go over the, after e5. Hold on, let me get this put in. Oops, my bad there. Hold on. This gets an exclam. A to d8. Rook h3, because you're going to try to come over there. c5 to undermine. And queen g5, which takes advantage of this. And it's this is actually a game from Spassky as white. And Petra, this is the World Cup Championship 1966. So that's pretty impressive. Okay, you were saying after 95, can black try beef? Okay. Can black try bishop to e4? Huh. I think what would happen is potentially probably bishop to well, you know, a lot of the populace doesn't understand chess players, you know, so that's the whole thing. I don't think that they thought he was that. Oh, I gotcha. I feel ya. I see what you're saying. Let's see what would happen at this. Oh, okay, there you go. Then you'd have to go back, and then he'd probably take. And then probably takes there, and something like that. And that's an idea. And probably I'd castle queenside in this scenario, because my opponent's going to castle queenside. So sometimes it's best to do that. And then if he plays there, yeah. Right, I agree with you on that. I kind of like setting this up here. This is a interesting clamp on the position, in my opinion. Okay, that was from one of the games. So we went over that one. So let's cut that off. Okay, and we'll go over one more line, and then we'll instead of castle queenside for white, or not castle queenside, sorry. Let's see, 8, move 8, move 8. Hold on, what am I missing here? Where did I go wrong? Okay, here. So we did, we have takes. Bishop b7. Bishop takes. Knight f. Castles. Okay. Instead of queen d2 for white, there we go. Okay, now we got it. I'm on the right path now. Alright. c3 would be played here. That's what they're saying. c3, knight d7. So that if he takes here, you can just take back. Queen c2. e5. Kind of undermine that pawn. Castle queenside for white. He takes d. Knight takes d. e4. e7, sorry. Then h4 to kind of go for an attack. Knight c5. Knight takes c5, queen takes c5, bishop d3, and now you're eyeing that pawn. And then h6. This is an equal. It says this is an equal position. This is equal here. That's so we went over that line instead of this. They were talking about that. That's if that's played. Okay, and now here instead of b6 for black, black has another one instead of b6, pawn b6. It's what's the number? A q. Okay, q c3. Hold on, what am I missing here? Hold on. Queen D. Okay, there it is. I got it now. Knight D7. That's funny. Castle queenside. B6 now. Bishop C4. This is developing everything, trying to get some attack going. Then you're fianchettoing your bishop. There's also instead of that, you could go c6, and then it's saying c6, then b5, and then a5, and then potentially a4, something like that, instead of the fianchettoing of the bishop. That's an idea, which gives white a slightly higher advantage if you do that. d5 is played, which gives it is an exclam. b5. Bishop, and then c5. Knight d6. Bishop takes d5. Bishop takes d5. E takes d5. More likely queen takes d5. And then there. Wow. Oops, not there. Queen f5. G6. Oh, g6. G6. And f4. And it's not. It's about equal for white and black. That's what Nick the First says. It's equal. It's again slightly better, but mainly equal, this position for black versus white, because potentially more likely the bishop's going to retreat back, and now the king's pretty much defended. There's an expansion here. You got to be careful. So something similar to that. Okay, and with that, we're going to go into, I'll cross that off because we did that. Now we'll go into some of our tactics. We'll go into tactics now, our puzzles. I wanted to do a little bit of French defense every day, a little bit. I don't want to have any time that we're not doing that. I'll leave this problem with you guys, and I'll be right back. Queen h5. Oh, you're fine. Hey, don't worry. That's interesting for sure. I think you're right. Wow. I was thinking it's gonna play something like this. And then play that. Kinda, but I guess you really can't, can ya? I was thinking of something like this, there, and then maybe moving the queen, but then we can retreat the bishop back, and we've won a whole piece. But we're not down the queen, so we're up a whole piece. The move that the person played was really bad. Okie dokie. Sorry about that. It's a little thirsty there. That was good water. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Queen d3. I guess that does work. Let's see. Do we have anything after Queen d3? See. Let's see, because there's this here and there's that. Queen d3 pins the knight to the rook. And when the queen moves over here, we can just snap that off. And if queen takes pawn, and then if queen takes here, queen takes, rook takes, then we have knight to c. And the reason I'm not sure if that's right is because, let's say the queen moves over here. If we play there, they can actually take back here. And then we'd have to move there. So yeah. I see that now. Snap. If we do that, he can take there. If we take their check, but I think we do have to go d4 for one reason, Fox, because if we don't get out of this pin, here, we can't take. What happens if we play queen d4 though? Oh. No, it's not that. It's actually, Chris found it. It's this here. This is the reason that we can't do that. The queen coming here attacks the queen that's here. Yeah. My. What are we missing here? This is... Oh, we can just take. Oh, duh. Yeah, I was thinking that... that's funny. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. Okay. Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, this is funny. I think we could, I think if we take here, he takes there, we just move our king over. Maybe not, because then he could bring the queen in with mate. Ay. Oy vey. That'd be mate 3. So if we took here, takes there, we move here. Queen comes in there. Let's take a look here. I think I see I think I see it. I think I see this. If we take here, he takes there, we play here, he plays here. We take there, king takes here. The queen comes up here, check. If rook comes there, the queen slides down and blocks right here, and then we kind of are up material at that point, or at least I think we're up a. Let's see, he would have this left. We'd have this left. So we'd be up a whole pawn in that line. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you on that. So what do you think? Do you like that, Chris? Where? Let me see. Let's take a look. No, D2 is right. No, that check doesn't work because of this is a check because the bishop can't intercept, and when he moves, then we can slip in front. It's not a draw. If queen takes, right? If queen takes, let's see what happened. Let me see here. Oh, I got it. Queen here. So the best move is here. Oh wow, that okay. Yeah, queen h4. I gotcha. You were right on that. We'll do one more. Just 1 second. I gotta check something out. Hold on, just 1 second. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay, one more. We'll do one more. Let's totally crunch this one. Let's crunch. Let's see, what do we got here? Rook takes. Ouch, yeah. You're right on that, black. If we take here, black gets mate in 1. Because we don't have a spot to flee to anymore. Good find there. But now we gotta find the move that wins it for us. Let me see here. The rook's almost trapped. Yeah, I'm thinking potentially that might be the idea. And then when that takes, then the rook takes up here, like what you're saying, Fox, and there's no real, he's gonna have to sacrifice it for that, we win in exchange. What do you think, Chris? Okay, so you're saying here, king there. Okay. Yeah, you still win material after that. Doesn't matter. even after you take here, then you just take there and you've won material. Yeah, I agree with you. What do you think? You don't like the knight move? Knight f5. That's a check, a forcing check. It's the most forcing line. What do you think? It's the only way to win a. It's the only way to win the rook. Yeah, and then the rook goes like what you're saying. Rook takes d2, and then the queen takes d2, and we're up in exchange. Let's see why this doesn't work. I think it has something to do with oh, infiltration. Oh, mate. Oh, this is really bad for us. So this is the only way to close up. So the whole idea, the whole idea for this knight is to close this spot up. This spot here. That's the square that's what we want to close up. That one right there. That's it's to close up f4. That's the whole idea, and it traps the knight. Yeah. Do you have any other questions about this, guys? Oh, okay, you want to see what happens with the mate? Gotcha. Hey, I live to oblige. I'm joking. Oh, what happens if both king? Hey, nice. That's not bad. Let's take a look. I think we win a Exactly. Oh, that is. It does. It's right. It's mate and 12. So let's see the checkmate. Mate and 11. Is that? You have guys have any more lines you want to go over? Any other lines you guys want to go over? Okay. All right. Well, with that, guys, I'm gonna leave you with this. Congrats to Wesley for winning. You know, we gotta congrats him. And you know what? It's never fun to lose. You know, Magnus will do better next time. You're never always going to be 100%. So you got to remember that. Magnus will take the game back, and then he'll learn from the game. So that's the whole thing. So we have to remember as well that we learn from our mistakes. So then we're not doomed to repeat them. And that's the whole thing. We have to do that. A mistake is only a mistake if you don't learn from it. Hannibal Smith, remember, says that a plan is good only when you could see 2 to 3 moves ahead of your opponent. And Bobby once said this. They asked him, how many moves do you see ahead of your opponent? One, and it's always the best one. So you have to remember that. That's the best one, and just keep moving forward. You know, don't let things get you down. You know what? We can always make it through the Lord. Okay. So remember, guys, as Wesley So says, through the Lord Jesus, as I say, God bless, and I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, and evening. And I'll be back on tomorrow, Lord willing. So keep studying chess. Until then, bye bye, guys.